Good morning, everyone. This Government Employees Retirement System of the Virgin Islands regular meeting of the Board of Trustees for Thursday, October 23rd, 2025 is hereby called to order. Have a roll call, please.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Chairman. Simon Clark.
Present.
Clark present.
I didn't hear you. Hold on a second.
Trustee Lange.
Yes. Yes, I'm here.
Andre T. Dorsey.
Present.
Andre C. Present. Vincent G. Liger.
What insurance?
Vincent G.
This is no. Well, this insurance is for Mr. Thomas. Mr. Thomas has left the island, so you could transfer.
Member Cindy Richardson.
Okay.
Member Richardson.
Yeah.
Ronald E. Russell.
Okay. Good. Thanks.
Ronald E. Russell absent. Leonard E. Smith.
Present.
Leonard E. Smith present. Vincent G. Liger.
Trustee Liger.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Okay.
You're
I'm
present?
here. Yes, I'm present.
All right.
Dwayne Callwood present. Dwayne Callwood present. Mr. Chairman. 5 present, 1 absent.
Okay, before we move on, can I have a motion to revise the agenda to move the discussion of bill number 360122 from regular session to executive session?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Trustee Dorsey, seconded by Trustee Clark.
Simon Clark.
Yes.
Trustee Clark, yes. Ray Dorsey.
Yes.
Trustee Dorsey, yes. Vincent Liger.
Yes.
Trustee Liger, yes. Ronald Russell. Russell absent. Leon A. Smith.
Yes.
Trustee Smith, yes. Dwayne A. Callwood.
Yes.
Trustee Callwood, yes. Mr. Chairman. 5 yea, 1 absent.
All right, thank you. Are there any comments and suggestions from retirees? Are there any comments and suggestions from active members?
I would just say condolences to Ms. Sampson and her passing of her family member.
Okay, expected secretary's minutes from the regular board meeting on September 25th, 2025. Are there any edits or corrections to be made? A motion to accept the minutes
So moved.
Second.
moved by Trustee Dorsey, seconded by Trustee Clark.
Simon Clark.
Yes.
Trustee Clark, yes. And Ray Dorsey.
Yes.
Trustee Dorsey, yes. Vincent Liger.
Yes.
Trustee Liger, yes. Ronald Russell. Trustee Russell absent. Leona Smith. Leona Smith. Trustee Smith abstains. Trustee Smith. Trustee Smith still abstains.
You say yes. Yes.
Trustee Smith, yes. Dwayne Callwood,
Yes.
Trustee Colwood, yes. Mr. Chairman, 5 yea, 1 absent. Thank you.
Are there any communications and correspondences that we have into the record?
No, sir.
Chairman's reports. I have one. So let's go to the administrator's report.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Chairman, trustees, all present. Administrators reports, meetings, presentations, and appearances, overview. September 18th, participated in Velocity Project Status Meeting with Linear Solutions. September 19th, our BITEC Weekly Status Meeting. September 22nd, I appeared at the legislature to provide testimony on bill number 360061 before the legislature's Committee on Government Operations, Veterans Affairs, and Consumer Protection. And for the benefit of those present, that had to do with the UBI or persons wishing to re-enter the workforce working at UBI without penalty to their retirement committee. September 25th, we had our GERS Board of Trustees meeting. September 29th, conducted a meeting with PETA. October 1st, a meeting with community organization regarding possible program activities at Ravenside Visitor Center and Park. On that same day, of course, I issued a press release on the shortfall in the 2025 funding loan payment, which all trustees should have received. On October 4th, I was a guest on WSDX 970 radio show Community Digest with Abdul Ali. October 6th through 8th, we had Linear in the territory, and we had in-person meetings during the period October 6th through 8th. October 9th, I attended a housing construction stakeholder meeting conducted by Senator Martin Blyden. October 10th, I had a meeting with the CEO of One Louis Hospital, St. Croix. October 16th, we participated in a structured walkthrough of the new Velocity system, which was the first time that we, including most members of the staff, got to see the first inklings of what the new system is going to look like. And I must say that we were very encouraged. October 17th, I sent out an announcement that I shared with the board regarding some new GERS employee appointments. Moving on, with regards to retirement applications in 2025, thus far, we processed 88 retirement applications. We already have 4 received in 2026 that are pending processing. Contributions, refunds, and death benefits through September of the last fiscal year, we have completed 52 cases amounting to some $684,000. We have 106 cases pending. With regards to death benefits, we have processed 2 amounting to $142,000. We have 65 cases pending. From the accounting department, in terms of annuity payments, the number of retirees as of October 15th, 2025, the beginning of our fiscal year, is 8,777. The payroll for that period was $11,386,930.67. A number of retirees added to the payroll between October 1st and 15th were 8. Number of retirees added to the payroll for October 15th pay date was 20. The number that we expect to be added on the October 30th pay date is 12. And thus far in fiscal year 2026, we have deleted 20 retirees, of course, due to to their passing. And then, as I indicated, as of October 15th, our payroll was $11,386,930.67. As usual, most of our disbursements are within the territory, some 7,914. We have 1,758 payments that are made outside of the territory to include Puerto Rico, United States, and international. Regarding the loan portfolio, as of September 30th, 2025, we have 2,580 active loans, personal loans. And overall, we have 2,616 loans because we have 36 outstanding legacy mortgage loans. Our portfolio balance as of September, as of present, at the end of fiscal year 2025, was $20,895,005.58, with it being basically evenly split between the two districts in Croy and St. Thomas. We have a lengthy operational report. We will not go through in great detail, but we're available to answer any questions that there may be. I know that security is usually an issue of concern for Trustee Dorsey. On St. Croix, we have purchased additional cameras and replaced a number of our existing cameras to keep our security system in terms of video surveillance robust. We once again an issue of interest to Trustee Dorsey in his role as a fire professional. We're looking for some fire related equipment for St. Croix. That's a work in progress. Our building has a minor leak that we're working on addressing, and we have some minor issues with our rental properties, Pleasant Ophthalmology and the Casino Control Commission that are being addressed. And our usual air conditioning maintenance duties. St. Thomas Office Complex, we have some air conditioning issues that have been addressed as well. Of course, in this climate, the air conditioning is always a challenge. The major item with regards to St. Thomas is the renovation of the restrooms and lobby to bring them into ADA, Americans with Disabilities Act compliance. We did issue an RFP. Unfortunately, we did not get any responses. We're re-advertising the RFP. I think what we're beginning to experience is a lot of contractors being tied up with government work, particularly in the schools. So hopefully we will get some contractor that will have a responsive bid for us. Excuse me. The new dates are listed on page 8 of my report. Of course, if any of the trustees know any contractors that they think should be aware of this RFP and would like to refer them to us for consideration, please feel free to do so. No issues with our generator. Fortunately, we're on the tail end of the hurricane season. It's not yet over, but we're prepared. More particularly, we're prepared for WAPA, and it's frequent, occasional outages. As I indicated, we do have some ongoing AC issues, one of which deals with the BIPD. We had to remove and replace a unit affecting that area. We're also looking at doing some rehabilitative work to our parking lot here in this building. At Haven Sites, we have advertised the green space RFP, and we hope to get some more interest in that. project in terms of the construction, so to speak, of the green space. The Welcome Center is proceeding quite well, is about 75% complete. The building 3, which is commonly known as the Deli Deck building, everybody knows that reference. The catwalk that collapsed some time back has been completed essentially. We've done quite a bit of work in terms of the rehabilitation of the roof of building 3. That is an ongoing project. We have also executed a contract for the painting of the shop buildings in keeping with our rebranding efforts, and more information will be forthcoming of that as we get closer to March. Our new generator has been installed, is 98% complete, and is working in accordance with the outlined scope of work during our most recent power outages. So that's tremendous relief. We're not fielding calls from our tenants when WAPA goes through its issues with the legacy generator that was on the property. In terms of our rental collections, in September 2025, we collected $34,643.47, bringing us to a total of $1,372,000 for fiscal year 2025. We do unfortunately have some arrearages, and as usual, it would be related to the Department of Justice primarily. The Division of Personnel has a small balance for electricity, and our private sector tenants we have some very minor arrearages there, and we also have a utility arrearage, a small one from the BIP. So,
Mr. Klaus, we received payment for blessing.
I heard you say something. I didn't hear what you said. Okay. Well, I don't usually call the private tenants names, but that's good. So we have even less outstanding from the private sector. All our arrearages are from the public sector, and as usual, we do expect to collect at the beginning of the fiscal year. So they should have some authorization, because unlike the federal government, the Virgin Islands government has a budget that has been passed. Mr. Chairman, that concludes my report.
All right, thank you. Any questions for the CEO? Trustee Dawes, if you're speaking, you're muted.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I have a question for the CEO. I had 2 items. The October 10th meeting with the hospital, what was that exactly about?
That was actually for them to bring us up to speed on a couple of issues. It was a working session. I also had our Chief Benefits Officer, Ms. Sasso, and our CFO, Ms. Jeremiah. Of course, with any agency, we'll have pending issues regarding persons waiting to be retired and contributions that may be due. So we established that working session to be continued as the 2 areas work with Mont Louis. They also brought us up to speed. I did have our Chief Information Technology Officer, Mr. Thomas, in the meeting as well. Brought us up to speed with regards to their cybersecurity attack. They've been very diligent in working with their federal partners in minimizing the effects, the fallout from that attack, and they've gotten their systems back up and fully operational.
In terms of any payments, that they made any additional payments, or they're on a payment
They make payments all the time. So It's a matter of reconciling whatever additional monies are owed, so that is a work in progress.
Okay, and then the other item was the October 17th announcement. Was there a ceremony for the appointments?
The memorandum,
Or you didn't have a function like
I
in-house?
I greeted each of the promotees or appointees personally and shared with them the good news in the presence of my my HR and operations, chief operations officer.
Okay,
And
and then the
we
last
have-
item,
Trustee Dorsey, we also
Uh-huh.
have our quarterly all staff meetings where promotions, birthdays, anniversaries are celebrated with everyone present.
oh, okay, that's nice. It's very nice. My other point was to, I guess, Ms. Salso, is there any particular time? It was a question that comes up to me sometime when people are looking to retire. They're asking me if they have all their paperwork straight from their agency. Is there a particular time during the year when is the best time to leave this system?
I would say that it's good morning, insurance. So I would not say that it's the best time for any particular. Let me correct myself. We encourage teachers kind of so in the school system to go at the end of August or the end of December so that they don't impact the school year. For everyone else, it's when most persons try to go on their anniversary dates, but we always encourage individuals to go at the end of the month so that they can miss any payments, any benefits. It's a matter
I'm sorry, I
of
couldn't hear that last part, Ms. Salso.
say that again.
When you said the teachers was between August and December, well, you said something after that. For the rest of the regular employees?
I said that we encourage individuals to retire at the end of the month because your benefits become effective on the first of the following month. So if you go in the middle of the month, you have a tendency to lose up that chance. So we encourage you to go at the end of the month so your annuity kicks in on the first of the following month. But it's a personal choice. Some persons, depending on their age, some people like to retire and their anniversary and stuff like that. So that's usually the tools that we use, or the guide that we use.
Can you just explain when you say the anniversary is when you came into the government?
That is correct, sir.
Okay. Okay, thank you, okay?
Well,
Any questions pertaining to the administrator's report? So, Ms. Jeremiah, treasurer's report.
Good morning, Board Chair, other trustees. This is the Government Employees Retirement System schedule of receipts and disbursement for the month ending September 30th, 2025. Receipts from collections, we have loan repayment for the month of September, $616,353. Year to date, $7,824,629. Employer retirement contributions, $7,204,214 for the month of September, and year to date, $102,591,360. Employee retirement contribution, $4,133,576. Year to date, $52,506,086. We have total collections for the month of September of $12,175,000. Year to date, $268,293,935. We have disbursements, we have annuity payments of 23 million for the month of September, year to date. 278,647,494. We have administrative expenses of 1.7 million, year to date, 19 million. Total refund of contributions, we have 595,000, year to date, 11.2 million. Total disbursements, 25,649,614 $. Year to date, $346,648. For the month of September, we have a net cash deficit of 13.6 million and a year-to-date cash deficit of 45 million. Going down to Haven side. For the Haven side, we collected 487,913 for the month of September. Year to date, 6,313,532. We disbursed 525,562 for the month of September. Year to date, 6.2 million, and for the month of September, we had a net cash deficit of 37,000. And for the year, a cash surplus of $105,889. That's the end of the report.
Thank you. Any questions for the CFO? I have a motion to accept the treasurer's report
So move.
Second.
by trustee Dorsey, second by trustee Flood.
Trustee Clark,
Yes.
trustee Clark, yes, trustee Dorsey,
Yes.
trustee Dorsey, yes, trustee Liger,
Yes.
trustee Liger, yes, trustee Russell. Trustee Russell absent, trustee Smith. Trustee Smith. Trustee Smith abstains. Trustee Colwood, yes. Trustee Colwood, yes. Mr. Chairman, 4 yea. One absent, one abstain.
Thank you.
Is trustee Smith still present? We can't see who
Yes,
is.
she is. She is.
I can't see her.
Her thing is off, so I guess she's having problems. She's trying to speak at this time.
Okay.
She just took it off.
Can you see something that I don't see?
Mr. Darson, I did say yes for the treasurer's report.
Oh, okay.
Can we get that out and there now?
Yes, so trustee Smith, yes. So Mr. Chairman, on that vote, it's 5 yea, 1 absent.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Okay, next up, we have the investment officer's report. Mr. Henderson.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Mr. Chairman, other trustees. This is an update of the investment portfolios of September 30th, 2025, subsequently also for the end of fiscal year 2025. So just to begin with a little highlight of the markets for the quarter. Global financial markets recorded strong gains, driven by sustained demand for artificial intelligence technology. We had robust corporate earnings, a widely anticipated interest rate cut by the Federal Reserve. Also, we had the weakening of the US dollar, which further bolstered emerging markets. Domestically, we saw strong gains as the market continued to benefit from moderating inflation, steady economic growth, and an overall optimism about technology-led productivity improvements. We also saw a shift in monetary policy that was looked upon well by investors. International developed market highlights, we saw stocks had a modest gains, albeit trailing global counterparts. Inflation continued to ease across the Eurozone, supporting expectations for further monetary policy accommodations. Currency movements also played a role, as a weaker euro against the US dollar provided some support to exporters. Emerging markets, we saw emerging market equities outperform their developed market counterparts, broadly based on gains in Asia, supported by policy easing, improving trade conditions, and strong technology demand. Also, a softer US dollar and global rate cuts further supported capital flows into emerging markets. And in fixed income, we saw the US market was positive, fueled by the Federal Reserve's first interest rate cut of the year. We also saw a modest decline in treasury yields and a notable rally in municipal bonds and corporate credit spreads, which supported returns across the market. What did that do? What did that mean for the performance of the plan overall? So month to date, the total plan was up 2%. Fiscal year to date, we saw strong returns as the plan was up about 12%, 12.2%. So we had strong performance for the fiscal year. Total domestic equity was up 3.4% for the month. For the fiscal year, we saw a strong 17.7% return in domestic equity. Month to date, the Russell 1000 index returned 3.5%. The Russell 2000 index returned 3.2%. On the international side, international equity returned 3.3% month to date. Our developed market equity returned 2.2%. Emerging markets had a strong return at 7.1%. Overall, for the fiscal year to date, international equity has performed well or strong at 16.7%. Total domestic fixed income month to date was up 0.9%. Our investment grade bonds was up about 1.1%. Our TIPS portfolio was up about 0.4%. We had about a 0.8% return in the high yield bonds for the month, and our cash had 0.3%. Fiscal year to date, our fixed income portfolio was up about 4.9%. So another strong performance in terms of the fixed income for the fiscal year. As it pertains to cash flow, we ended the month at approximately $495 million. So we begin the month at about $485 million. We had a net cash flow of about $28,000. Negative income of about $41,000. We had an unrealized appreciation in the portfolio of about $10.1 million. That brought us to that ending market value of about $495 million, excuse me. Fiscal year to date, again, showing strong performance. We began the fiscal year at about $485.1 million. We had a negative cash flow in the plan of about $48.9 million. We had income of about $619,000, but we did have an unrealized appreciation in the portfolio for the fiscal year of $58 million, which offset that net cash flow somewhat. So that brought us to that ending market value of $495.2 million. As it pertains to fees, month to date, we paid about $16,000 custodian bank fees. Year to date, we've paid about $342,000. That was calendar year to date. And fiscal year to date, ending September 30th, 2025, we've paid about $441,000. And that was distributed as about $115,000 for investment management, about $246,000 for investment consultant fees, and about $80,000 for custodian bank fees. Again, as of the end of September, being that we're in passive index funds, low fees, we continue to pay a small portion of fees relative to assets under management at 0.03 or 3 basis points. Mr. Chairman, that concludes my report. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Henderson. Anybody have any questions for the investment officer?
Yes, I have a question, Chair. Mr. Henderson, just a question. I was just wondering if we should be showing either your report or either on Mrs. Jeremiah's report when we do the funding note and we show the shortcomings of that note. I think we're up to 100 and something thousand. I'm sorry, 100 something million. If we should be showing that figure someplace, carrying it someplace that we can see it in the monthly report.
Well, what would be the benefit? What would be the benefit of showing?
I just felt like we should show everything that's going on with the plan, so the public would be aware. We mentioned it at the time when we would get the annual payout, and then we would talk about it for a little while, and then that's it. We might mention it again when we're in front of our advisors. I know you guys went on a trip to, I guess, speak to someone in DC and the House Ways and Means Committee. I can't remember the names. I'm not sure if that was mentioned. I know we didn't get it in the big, beautiful bill from the current president, but that doesn't mean it should be off the table. I think if we can just show to carry it, it's something that we can look in terms of future strategy to still try to get that money. Doesn't mean we still can't get it. So I was just wondering if it's a place we could carry it. That's what I was asking Mr. Henderson.
Well, I mean, if the investment officer's report is a report about the performance of the portfolio, so money that's owed to you that they don't have, it's not their portfolio, it's not performing. But it's not to say we, write it off and we will never hope to get it at some point. If it shows up at some point, it shows up, but to carry it, it's not part of the portfolio.
I would also add, Mr. Chairman, that our report is a monthly report, so we would carry monthly figures and fiscal year figures. The 100 million you're speaking about, Mr. Dorsey, would be over a certain period of time. So I don't know how. I mean, if you want me, if the board's
No, I was asking Mr. Henderson.
Yeah.
Just asking a question.
Yeah.
It's money that we're supposed to receive from the Public Finance Authority. We didn't receive it.
Technically, you can track it yearly, or you can track it monthly and yearly with the fiscal year number. That negative 48.9 million is essentially pretty much the shortfall for the fiscal year that we had to make up.
Okay. I just thought we could line item it someplace, either in this Jeremiah's report or your report, some report, that it would just be reflected, because it is part of our history, our current history. We just got to pay out. We're short again. We talk about it, like I said, but I mean, if it's not, then it's not. If it can't work, then it can't work. It was just a thought. Some of the questions that people asked me in passing sometime. So I just bring it up again. I thought it was something to bring up since I received it on more than one occasion. So
I don't know.
It is what it is.
Maybe something that we could add on the quarterly newsletter or something like that.
Okay, so Mr. Chairman, a few points of relevance, because they're like two different conversations occurring at once. With regards to the publication of the shortfall, it was published as recently as my last release that indicated to the entire public that the shortfall is now approximately $112 million, given the 90 million that we didn't receive in 2023, and 2024 and 2025, and now the additional monies that we haven't received for fiscal year 2026. So our record is replete with knowledge of what the shortfall has been. In terms of it being something that we carry on our financials, our CPA has advised against our accruing the monies that have been pledged from the funding note and placing that on our financial statement, precisely because the receipt of the full amounts is uncertain. So it would be a violation of accounting principles to actually include this in any way in our financials. My understanding of the funding note is that whatever is missed in terms of payments per the schedule will be added on to the end, and we will not release the government and the PFA of its obligations under the funding note. It will be piggybacked onto the end of the note. So instead of it being 30 years, if it ends up being 35 years or 37 years or whatever it takes to receive the entire $3.8 billion, that is what the GERS will do. And we have the information, and the information is duly noted throughout our files.
I appreciate that, CEO. May I have a copy of that language as to what you stated that it will be added on to the end?
It would be in the transcript that the reporter is taking right now of this meeting verbatim.
No, what I was saying, you said it's in a document that I guess that was part of the bond that's paying us annually. So there's language that speaks to that. That's what I'm asking you.
I will defer to our legal counsels on that matter.
Is that Attorney Myers or Attorney Williams?
Oh, it's both.
So Attorney Myers, since you're there, there's language that speaks to what the CEO just said, that it will be added on the 112 million to the end. So instead of 30 years, it might go to beyond the 30-year number. There's language in the transaction of that bond that's paying us annually that speaks to that, Attorney Myers or Attorney Williams?
What the CEO stated is correct. We are due the amount of money, whether it takes 30 years or 32, 33 years. I will have to double check where that particular language is. I can get that back to you.
Okay, I would like a copy of that, Attorney Myers. CEO, Mr. CEO Dawson, I would like a copy of that language, please.
Duly noted.
Any other questions for the investment officer? Okay, can I have a motion to accept the investment officer's report?
So move.
Moved by Trustee Smith, seconded by
Dorsey,
Trustee Dawson.
Trustee Clark.
Yes.
Trustee Clark, yes. Trustee Dorsey.
yes.
Trustee Dorsey, yes. Trustee Liger. Did he leave?
Yeah.
Trustee Liger absent at this vote. Trustee Russell absent. Trustee Smith.
Yes.
Trustee Smith, yes. Trustee Colwood, yes. Trustee Colwood, yes. Mr. Chairman, 4 yea, 2 absent.
Right. Can I have a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Second,
Portion of this meeting will be closed to the public for matters pertaining to trade secrets or financial or commercial information, or personal or legal matters or matters whose premature disclosure will frustrate the implementation of the proposed agency. Who is the mover? Trustee Clark. Who was the second?
Dorsey,
Trustee Clark.
Yes.
Trustee Clark, yes. Trustee Dorsey.
yes.
Trustee Dorsey, yes. Trustee Liger absent. Trustee Russell absent. Trustee Smith.
Yes.
Trustee Smith, yes. Trustee Colwood, yes. Trustee Colwood, yes. Mr. Chairman, 48, 2 absent.
Okay, let's recess for 2 minutes.